No, ma'am. I don't have anything at this present time. Just trying to bring on some good guests to be able to bless some people on this platform.
Okay. Well, I have something that I want to talk about. So I really don't get into the celebrity thing. Hey, Queenie. I really don't get into the celebrity thing, and but some things just really strike me wrong. And this whole Dr. Dre thing.
What?
You know
Oh, the
about
whole what thing?
Dr. Dre and this child support situation.
Oh,
Dr. Dre and his
okay.
wife have been together for a very long time, and it's really unfortunate that when people go through divorces, it gets real ugly sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Um, she is asking for um something like $2 million in a month for child support, not
Wow.
spousal, but child support.
Hmm.
Um, do you know of any children that that thrive or that need that much money in child support? Now I
Hmm.
understand that a child gets used to certain things, but $2 million a month. Do you think a
Yeah.
cap needs to be put on it? What do you think about that?
Wow. That's a lot. I mean, I believe that a man should be responsible for taking care of his kid, and I believe a kid should get a portion of what the father has coming in because the bottom line is that's your child. But I don't know that might be a little steep for me, per month, you know.
Per month.
But
Now he's worked too. They say
I
he
could
can
do
work from
something
home.
with that much money just come in. Just give that to me as a lump sum. You don't have to pay me per month. Give it to me as a lump sum, and I can do something with that. But I guess it is to help the child keep up the standard of living that they're accustomed to. I
I
mean,
don't
to
know a child
us,
with a $2 million a month
I don't
lifestyle.
either.
She's really good
I
at.
don't
I mean,
either. But I don't know. I mean, that's a little steep, you know.
it's $2 million a month. I'm sorry, in spousal support, not child support. It's
Oh,
spousal
that's not
support.
even
No,
child support.
no,
Okay,
it's
well, it's
spousal
to help
support.
her keep up her standard of living. I mean, it. I don't know. That's kind of a thing. I don't really know where to go with that because I don't know how it is to live with that kind of money. But when you lose that kind of money, then I mean, I guess it can be traumatic to you. If you're used to living in a big house and then now you got to be reduced to a small apartment or a smaller house, that can be some traumatics to it. But me personally, I don't need that much type that stuff. So I mean, I don't I wouldn't understand it, but I can't understand it from, I can't. I don't know, but from anybody else's standpoint of going from here, in life and feel like you're going
Right.
to here or lower.
Now, I don't
I
have an
don't
issue with
know.
spousal support on either side, especially if because they've been together a really long time. I was trying to see if I could tell how long, but they've been together a really long time. So I can understand like being that person that's been there for them for a long time, and maybe him not wanting her to work. If that was the case, I'm not saying it is. And she's really been
Okay,
around the house
yeah.
doing things like that. I feel like she deserves something,
Well, yeah, I
but I
think
can't.
I agree. I agree with that. As far as spouse support, whatever the letter of the law says, as far as comes to spouse support, because if he was making a small amount of money, or well, 2 million, oh my God, he's a billionaire, and we're talking about a woman going through divorce with a billionaire. So it's like, what's her standard of living? You see what I'm saying? So her
Mhm.
standard of living probably was in the millions. I'm just saying. So, uh, I would say now it's some other things that I was. Y'all know I listened to JD's Man Cave. They were talking about infidelity, or maybe somebody she had an affair, or he. But I'm like this: whoever did what, they are divorcing. She had a standard of living, and she's trying to make sure she maintained that standard of living. Some people say that's too much, but can he afford the 2 meals?
Well, I, you know,
But the
and
law is
my
what it
thing,
is. So I mean, you can't say that. Okay, if you set a amount at, for example, I know in the state of Texas it's 25%. I mean, I know we're talking about spousal support, not child support, but if you're saying the amount is 25%, it's 25% across the board. It doesn't matter. It doesn't say, well, as long as you make so much money, then we do 25%. If you make this much money, we lower the percentage rate. So the law is what it is. So it's just, in that particular instance, he just so happened to be having a net worth of, X and Y millions of dollars. So, I mean, to us, it seems kind of, may seem, to some people, it may seem kind of overboard, but the law is what the law is in that particular state. So it's a set amount. And you can't say, well, we're not going to do that because they're worth this amount of money and she don't need that much money.
well,
So,
and I get the, I get the rules. I'm just saying, it just seems, I just hate it when, people use these kind of things in order to get back at the person. Because I was reading about this whole case. Now she's trying to run the court. She wants the court to fine him $50,000 for not
Oh,
playing by the rules of the case. Now that's, that's bitter.
yeah,
That's bitter. So
yeah.
that's a whole.
But, but what
the law is
what
the law. It cuts this way and it cuts back that way.
let's
No,
be real. It's gonna come down to how good the lawyers are. It's gonna come down to how good the lawyers are.
it comes down to what?
Make muting when we're yeah. It's gonna come down to how good those lawyers are. Let's just be real about it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
gonna
And then not only that, not only the lawyers, it's gonna come down to the judge and what side of the situation that the judge is on too.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I don't know. These sometimes, it don't pay to have these pedestal relationships, especially when you and you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to it, it seems like and then I guess, and then too, if you've known a person before you like got so famous, or whatever, um and that person has been there for you when you didn't have, you're not, and y'all been together so long, you're not thinking about the point of like them not being there.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? You're not thinking of it in that kind of light right there. But I don't know, I just say some people need to think about something, because it
Well,
happens. What you say,
and
Queen?
it's always easy for strangers to weigh in on such a topic when it comes to somebody else's
Right.
business. Because, like I said, we don't know the inner makings of their relationship. We don't know
Mhm.
what she helped build.
Right.
It brings me all the way back to what is it? How Stella got a it ain't Stella. No. Wait to Excel when
Okay.
helped him build that company. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say the inner makings of you don't know what's due her. We don't know what's due her for real when it comes to spousal support. Because if she was there and depending on what she put in, the just that right there. I don't even have to go past that. What did she put in? What did she do to help in his success? Because some men feel like, hey, this is mine. I put in the work. This is mine. You can't have none of it. But I'm not a male chauvinistic person, because there's some women that's male chauvinistic. I feel it like this: play fair, play fair. If
Right.
came into this thing, and while you were down, I was helping you get up, and I was supportive, and I was doing all I need to do. You mean to tell me when, oh, you leave, and then you just take the clothes on your back, tote it on your back, and all this, and get on out of here?
No,
No, we're not doing that. No.
I,
Well,
I don't think that that should be the case, especially like I said, if that person has really been there for you. Now, if I come into the situation with money,
yeah,
okay, and you have your own money,
exactly.
why am I giving you sponsor support again?
which brings me, which brings me to what Mary J. Blige and
Yes,
Sherry Shepherd. Listen, when I heard the story of what Sherry Shepherd went through, because she talked about it herself. She said,
right,
I got married, and that man, he wanted spousal support, and she was already a star when she met him. And the stuff she went
right,
through with that man, with that divorce, it's a lot of women, like you said, Keisha, come into that marriage with their own stuff already established. But one thing that
exactly.
some women don't consider is prenups, because we get in some, we so in
In
love,
love, yes.
and but I promise you, if that man was the one sitting on the mega millions, I promise you he would be talking about prenup and everything else.
Well, honey, love ain't fed me one time yet. I'm just saying,
You
you
better
know,
you better know it, because
I'm
I
just saying
You
it.
know, you also have to look at, as well as we talking about Dr. Dre. So we don't know what this woman, like Miss Queenie said, we don't know what the dynamics of this relationship was. We don't know what she put up with, because dealing with a man in the industry, dealing with
Well,
in a relationship period is
well,
hard.
well,
But when
well,
you're
well,
dealing with a
sister.
man in the industry, and look what they come with, we're talking about NWA. So look at what they talked about in their music. So this woman was with him through all of that, do richer and poor, and do through good and a bad and so forth. So I mean, I'm not mad at the woman,
Well,
she
it
was
just
there.
seems like she
She
did
put
it.
the years in, and she helped him. She was the support. She was the backbone. Regardless if she actually worked in that studio or not, she was a backbone to this man to encourage him to do this and do that. So shouldn't you get your just due for that? I believe so. Can you put a dollar sign on that? Can you put a price on that? No. Can nobody tell you what your value is?
Yeah,
If I feel like my value is, $20 million or $1 million a month or what have you, then nobody can tell you what your value is, because your time is money, your time is valuable. And she put the time in. I gave you your babies. I was there when you didn't have nothing. I was there with you giving the babies despite of all that you put me through. Because again, we talking about NWA. Niggas with
okay.
attitude. So I mean,
Well,
the girl say,
but NWA was so long ago or whatever. I mean, if she was feeling bitter about NWA, and then it could be compiled stuff too. I get it, whatever. I get it, but I
oh,
don't know, $2 million a month. I just, but you're right. There are rules, are laws, there are courts, and they're gonna, go with it, whatever. But whew, I don't care if I have two shiny pennies together to rub together. And that's all I have. I want a prenup, and then I want to keep my pennies. Them
give
two little
me
shiny pennies.
my pennies.
Give me
I want,
my pennies. That's right.
but you know
That's
what?
what I
It's crazy because um we we don't we want people to like. I like how Tim got to talking about value,
right.
and like I said, I hear so many men discussing this whole topic, and it's so disgusting when I listen to it, because the way they talk about us as women, like you just sat there on the couch and you just, while I was out doing what
Right.
I need to do, and all this, like you were just completely irrelevant, especially when it comes to money, especially when it
Hmm.
comes. Now, I even want to talk about how men, their attitudes are when it comes to child support. Now, I am, my God, I always feel like this because I dealt with the man and the whole child support and what you spending it on and all this kind of carrying on. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm gonna tell you this right here. when you show up and ask me, because and what I'm testifying to is what I've been through. Okay, you show up
Okay.
at my house, ask me where the child support is, you might get your feelings hurt. Because the bottom line is, when you send that child, it's more than a pair of shoes. It's more than a shirt on their back. It's more than pants on them. It's more than a dress. They gotta listen. They need toilet paper. They need food. It gotta be food in the kitchen. You, it's so many
That toilet got to flush. That
other
toilet got to flush.
the light. So you spent the child support money on the light bill? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What you gonna do about it?
Right.
You know, this whole little cause men got this whole baby mama ex-wife. She's a gold digger. She trifling. She this. Wait a minute. We never talk. Get real. Let's get real about it. That child support that comes into that house, she may, like you say, well, she got two other kids that ain't mine. I hope she ain't using my child support to pay to take care of them other kids. Hey, hey, hey. It's stuff she paying for that you don't even know about. It's stuff that she got to go and compensate for that you don't even know about. You think, see, some women are getting as low as $120 a month in child support, and you got the nerve to ask her where is it going. Dude, she spend that in the gas in the car and at McDonald's. What are you talking about? You know. So why are you not just saying, here, let me give into this household where my child is.
Right.
Let me give
Right.
it to this household to make sure that this woman who is now you getting the child on the weekend. Let's jump over into this child support, y'all.
Come on. Come on. I like where you're going.
Uh, on the weekends, you are a weekend parent,
Not
okay?
every weekend though.
Not what is it? Every other weekend, and you got the nerve to come up in here and ask me what a child support at, and you paying this little bitty piece of money a month. You better sit down somewhere.
And not only that, I'm the one up when they're not feeling good in the middle of the night.
Come on, you better.
I'm running to the school. Okay. You know, football
Girl,
practice. Look, football practice that the money you sent wasn't enough to buy the cheerleader skirt and the cleats and stuff. I had to come up with that or whatever. And you really go, hey, you know what? Now that's
and
one thing or whatever. I really have to my son's daddy is not on my son's daddy. My daughter's daddy is not on social media, but I just have to send a shout out to him because I don't get asked those kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't ask me about anything, whatever. And I mean, it's just, one of those things or whatever. I mean, I've always taken good care of her, had her in different stuff, or whatever. So he's never asked me about that. And then too, some of these mamas, um, don't start off with the child support. So it's years later when they actually get it and it kind of starts from there. So they wasn't in the dark, not being taken care of with holy shoes and clothes, too little and stuff before. So I was taking care of them before. So why do you know, or whatever. The thing is, we're both the parents. So why should the whole tote the note? Why I gotta tote the whole note?
I like
Whatever. It's just
why I got the total note,
why I gotta tote the whole note.
the whole note.
We both the parents.
Now watch this. Watch this. You working. Now let's put it in perspective. You working. I don't care
Hmm.
if you working a fast food job. If you working a fast food job and you making more than your child support, and you still want to ask me where the child support, you making more. I'm just saying we gotta really, really. I'm praying that our black men really start honoring these women. Then you get mad if you come over and her nails done and you want to assume that she used child support money to get her nails done. This is why I tell, I still have a balance of child support that a man needs to pay. I'm gonna just put it like that. And I feel like this. I told my daughter, I said we was talking about it. I said, baby, let me tell you something. Any money that your daddy pay after this, because she grown now, any money he pay after this point is money due me.
It's
That
mine.
money.
Exactly.
Now, Whatever you men out there listening, you got an issue with what I'm saying. Okay, write it down. Take a picture of it. Okay, but any money that this man pay, it's coming to me. Why?
Right.
I did way more than the
Right.
amount of child support that he owed, that he was supposed to pay and didn't pay. And
Right.
watch, I always told them, you make your own history with your children. It is
That's
not my
right.
job to sit here and make up some creative story that your dad is a king, he's a black king, and he's this. I will not. You make your own history with your children, and then the women are left. The women are left
To
to
pick up
be
the pieces and figure it
punched
out.
and beat up because you're not present, you're not showing up, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So we are left holding the bag, and you want us to not badmouth you. I'm not gonna badmouth you, but I am gonna
Right.
tell the truth because I don't want to raise. I didn't raise my children in denial or with some false sense of, oh, everything is beautiful and pretty. Your dad is off overseas doing whatever he needs. No, no, no. Function in reality. Raise your children to know the truth. Raise your
Mhm.
children. Put the responsibility for the father back on him.
Right.
A lot a lot of mothers do that. A lot of mothers do that. Now I do not badmouth, but tell the truth. Where's my daddy at? Oh, honey, he probably just got caught up with something. You setting that child up to make it look like it's something that it's not. Let that child call daddy and let daddy tell that child where he is. You get what I'm saying? I always lived in truth when it came to my children.
Right.
Because what you do is you ruin something like, oh, I just couldn't. No, no, no. That child support, uh, uh you look, because he didn't pay child support. I didn't keep my children from their father.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. And
Because
one thing
let me tell you something. There's a lot of women doing it. So I'm gonna send
you
this
can't
little
use them as pawns. Yeah.
I'm gonna send this little punch in the face out there to you women that's out there, and you want to keep that man away from his child because he ain't paying child support. Let me hit you with something. No, it's no amount of money that could pay for the intimacy and the time that he could have with the child,
Absolutely.
regardless if he lost a job or whatever. Now he needs to pay child support. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I mean, come on, if you can go to the corner store and buy you a beer and everything else, you could take that money. Say, I won't get my beer. I take this over here to this house and give it to this lady that's raising my children on her own. Okay,
Right.
but all that extra you doing, cut it out. Cut it out, because bitterness is only gonna raise a bitter child. Go ahead, Keisha.
Well, eventually the child will be bitter because at first they believe in whatever it is you say.
Come on.
Okay. But then when they get a little bit older and could open their eyes for real and see, whatever, then, that'd be a whole other thing or whatever. And children can, they have the knowledge and they have the, like you know, they can build their own opinions. They see, they know who's there, whatever. And I mean, that's just it. Now, like I say, my daughter's daddy, we talk several times a week, usually, and three, maybe four times a week. We still talk to each other. But if I call him,
Yeah.
he coming. And depending on what the situation is, you better not get in the way. I'm
Uh,
just saying, when it comes. But it's never anything like that. But that's like one thing that I really do know. You know, we,
yeah.
he is actively wanting to know, what she does or whatever. And you should allow that. You cannot, children are not game pieces.
That's it. Thank you.
They're not pawns. You cannot, whatever. They know king mean, and all of this, it's not strategic chess moves or whatever. And you
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't
And
do it.
I like how you said that. There are fathers in our black community
Mhm.
that are doing. They are not just raising their own children, but they are
Right.
raising other men's children.
Yes.
Have dropped the ball, and I want to give a
And
shout
I
out to.
salute them. Yes, I salute them.
Let me tell you something. My oldest son's father, Antoine Houston, I call out his name and say, well done. Well done. When I dropped my son off when he was 13, baby, y'all know I told y'all the story. Dropped him off in his front yard. Let me tell you something, because he was like, bring me my son. He said it to me like months before. And then when the gang thing happened, guess what? I took him his son, gave him some biscuits, put his clothes in a little bag. You
Uh-uh.
understand me?
She said
Dropped,
some biscuits.
dropped him off in the front yard. But watch this. It was things that my son needed from his
That
father.
exactly.
Watch this. My other children, Antoine did not neglect them. He brought them shoes. He brought them, you get what I'm saying? He stood in the gap. It's black men that are standing up, being what they need to be. It had nothing to do with me. Because me and him had nothing to do with each other. Do you get what I'm
Right.
saying? We were friends and we agreed to be friends. Not we didn't sit down and have a conversation, say, you want to be friends? And no, we knew that that had to be done
Right.
because the child was more important. So
Then
me being a single parent, when God grew him up, come on, let's be real, he began to stand in the gap in places that the children needed. Not me, but the children. And so I give a shout out to him right now because he didn't have to do it and he still do it sometimes today. You know, they'll
they
go over here,
grown. Yeah.
out, he'll tell them what they need to hear and whether they want to hear it or not. You get what I'm saying? And in our black community, we always talk about we find people talking about deadbeats, but we don't honor those who really are wearing their crown. Come on,
Right.
the kings that are really standing up and putting these. Me and my husband was watching about this little league, the Pop Warner and the little league that football teams and stuff and community projects that these black men are putting together. Some of them not even getting paid to look out for our young men that's coming up. And I think it's so powerful. So I give a shout out to those that are standing in the gap for young people that need fathers.
That's a real powerful thing too, because you're right. I mean, I can tell you everything it is that I feel like you can, but I can't teach you how to be a man. Like or whatever with a male child. And then too, these dads better. They always talk about better women, but one thing is for sure, your girls need you too. You know, that's one thing I always ask my. It's only a few times in a year that I ask my daughter's dad to show up. Okay. I mean, well, he can show up any other time, but really show up. Valentine's Day, the holidays, but Valentine's Day especially because if she's used to her daddy making Valentine's Day a big deal, showering her with things for Valentine's Day, some little knucklehead not gonna show up with a Snicker bar and a promise
Uh,
and be able to take her away. It's like, okay, this Snicker bar is nice, you know, but okay, like what else or whatever. And that's one thing that is so important. I was watching a movie and they said that, and I was like, exactly, that's the same way I feel. If you, I think it was, I might have been watching a talk show, but anyway, if you let your daughter know that she's special, her father, let her know whatever, he sets that standard, and you're going to have to come on with it.
yeah,
You're going to have to come on with it. So, your girls need you too. It's not, oh, well, you her mama, so, you can, no, it comes from both sides, and you wonder why some girls are like some girls grow up to be angry teens, grow up to be angry women or whatever. What part of the situation were you really a part of?
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
All right, coming up on that 30 minutes, y'all. Today we are talking, getting into some detail about our co-host Keisha Robertson. I almost did it again.
there you go, A. Vanessa, the Robertson, not Robertson.
Not Robertson. And we are going to be finding out. Listen, when I say a mask making, well, let me say sewing diva extraordinaire, genius,
Oh
uh,
wow.
fashionista she is. So we're going to be we're going to get into it in just a few minutes. I just wanted to say I am so excited about her. I met her through Sultry Love Jones. She has really, really blessed my life just by knowing her. Her continence is so full of joy and encouragement. I mean, just her energy makes you feel like you can just do and accomplish anything. So I'm
Oh
excited
wow.
for her to be a co-host on this show. So at this time, I'm gonna hush, right? And she's gonna introduce herself. I'm pretty sure she's gonna show us some of her you know stuff today, right? So let's get into it.
Oh wow. Okay. Look, all of that, huh? Well, I
Yes,
appreciate I appreciate that. And let me just say, so I don't sew clothes. I love crafty stuff. I like to make things and stuff like that. So it's so funny because when I was in the seventh grade, when they actually had homemaking in school, you could take cooking, you could take sewing. So I did the cooking and sewing, and I made this sweatshirt in homemaking. Now I don't know what I did to this sweatshirt, but it ended up with three arms. So some kind of way I transferred that neck of that shirt into what it looked like an arm. But
yeah,
the homemaking teacher knew what to do, and we got it all worked out and fixed up. And I guess I must in the seventh grade. I guess I must have been really excited. Now my daughter, not my daughter, my daddy's mother sewed. My Aunt Vanessa sewed. They really sewed, and
right.
I was just so excited at the time. So I guess that she felt like it warranted me having a sewing machine. So in the seventh grade, we went to Cloth World. Y'all know nothing about the Cloth World. That was a
Yes, I do.
she took me to Cloth World and bought me a sewing machine. And so and I've done, I like a little, like I say, project things. Maybe I'll get more into sewing with this because it's been exciting. But I bought my daughter a sewing machine a few years back because I thought that she would be interested in wanting to make doll clothes because she was always putting the clothes, getting little fabric or paper towels, putting it on her dolls and rubber banding them on and stuff like that. So anyway, when this whole thing happened with the COVID or whatever, I go to a small church and there are a lot of church mothers there, elders and stuff. And I said, well, I'll make a few masks for me and a few of the sisters at church, and that would be it. I never imagined, I never imagined um, that I would be doing some of the things that I'm doing right now, and always looking for something to add on. So people call me, can you do this or that? And I'm like, let me try it. I haven't before, but let me try it. So yeah. So my friends are getting masks. I'm mailing them to Tennessee, to Pennsylvania, to California, to Maryland, on the other side of town, just really so um really exciting. Really, really, really exciting. So I do have a few examples. So I make masks and then these bonnet wraps because sometimes I like to, cover my head up and just have that look like Miss Queenie sporting or whatever. And really, since I met her because she wears head wraps a lot or whatever, I've really gotten back into that. I would do it before, but it's like so much fabric. You get 2 yards of fabric and you wrap it. And she showed me some things too. So anyway, these bonnet wraps, I saw them online and I was like, I can do that. So, I have. So I have a few things that I want to show. Some of them are pre-done. Some of them I have to go on. And I had this little mannequin sitting up here. I should have found a hat, but I didn't find a hat. So I got this little styrofoam mannequin. But I just want to show, just show a few masks. I do them for children. Um, my, some people have little round faces like mine. So I make the bigger masks for, that they'll be comfortable for, round faces like mine. I make um, the masks that you can insert the filters in. Um, some people want those. They want to be able to put a filter in. I make Queenie a couple of masks or whatever with the little bows on them and just different stuff like that. Just sitting here, um, just thinking, like I say, if you can come up with something, I'm sure I can probably do it. And that's going to be evident in a few minutes. So, but everybody's wild about animal print. So, and I love prints too. So, this is one of my masks.
Oh, so
Huh? Huh? Oh, so
so
this is one of my masks. This is a zebra print. I have leopard prints. Um, I do different things. Now, this next mask that I just want to show, just as a kind of a example and testament to things that I can do or will do. Whatever. Some of the children have gone back to school. Some of them are not going back, but you know, um, homecoming is a big thing for our children, especially the seniors. They get their homecoming courts and all of this thing like that. Probably won't be a prom again, unless some mothers get together and do the little private proms for the children, and things like that. So I could do a sequence mask if doing something a little fancy and different things like that. And they range, the masks that I make range from maybe like $3 on the low end for a child, and then they go up just depending on what's going on. So this would be like an example of a mask that maybe if you were going to a wedding, if you were doing something special. And I have different colors of sequins. Now this is actual sequins and not the party stuff. So this will be a like more expensive type mask because it actually has the sequence. Can you see that? Can y'all see that? And it actually changes the colors. So it can be all silver. I don't know if
oh,
you can tell because it's so blingy, but um, yeah, it could be all silver. You can change it, and then you can smooth it back over, and it goes back to the color. So this is real sequence. So like I said, it'll cost a little more. And for your high schoolers, since um, if they're back at school, they're gonna have to wear masks.
uh-huh.
Hi y'all, you got your mask, mom.
Oh my God. I like
So
it.
yeah, and this is the kind of crafty thing that I like to do. So it has the little parts hanging from it, like like a mom would do,
Um,
or whatever, and little flowers. But you actually can wear it, walk around with your mom on your face.
so you'll be taking orders like according to the school color.
According to the school color, I did a couple. I did a green and gold one. That's the one you just saw. And then I did a black and gold one because
Okay.
I graduated from Jones, and I just bleed black and gold. But Worthing, I went to Worthing first, but I graduated from Jones, so I just did those as samples. But TSU, that's one that I didn't make it last night because I was tired. But TSU's homecoming is coming up. I can make you a TSU homecoming mask, whatever it is you want, whatever colors your school is. I can make you a mom mask according to that. I do cartoon characters. My daughter loves Lilo and Stitch, so I saw this one.
Uh-oh.
So you can do cartoon, and I have a few different cartoon characters. I have the Marvel characters, Mickey Mouse and Minnie, and um, a few. I have cats. You know, my daughter's a Galaxy girl, so I have Galaxy masks. Just different things like that. I even had somebody. I have a friend, and I love her to death. Gly Callahan. She said, "Girl, you better stop saying no and what you don't do. You better make it happen."
Right. That's
You
right.
know. So, and I'm like, I had somebody that asked me. I guess they wanted to wholesale them. Could I make 200 masks? I was like, I can't make 200 masks. you know. And then I thought about, well, my aunt was telling me, girl, yes, you can. Tell them you can't get them all at one time because I got to make them, but I can
Yeah.
give them to you in increments of 50. So by the end of the week you'll have 100. Whatever it's, So no amount is too small, no amount is too big. I have solid colors. I don't have a lot of solid colors because well, black. People ask for black, so I do black. The bonnet wrap. Now I have one here, but it'll take me. a minute to kind of, get this little mannequin. I'm gonna have to get me some more girls together so that when I do things like this, I can have them pre-dressed.
Exactly.
But right. But I do the bonnet mask. Um, I mean the bonnet wrap, so that and then with the mask to go with them. But just kind of, and then they're reversible. So I just want to show that before I put it on the mannequin. So this is a bonnet,
Hmm.
with the colors, and I could do them. Some people want the satin liners on the inside. I can do it with a satin liner or a cloth liner, but you flip it inside out so you can wear it on either side. And this is, probably with a satin one, you wouldn't wear it on the flip it up, because if you have oil in your hair, it'll be, kind of greasy on the inside. But the satin ones are really good for your hair. But so this is the actual bonnet. Somebody wanted to see that, and I'm like, it's just a bonnet. I didn't do anything special with it. And you can go to my Facebook page, the one with me in the glasses, because I have two Facebook pages, and I created an album because my aunt was telling me that she had gone through and she was trying to determine what mask to buy, and she was like, "Girl, it's just too much. I had to scroll too much." So I actually created an album.
It's
Um,
under the Keisha Robert.
the Keisha Robinson with the glasses on, because I had both of mine are in my name, but one is my jewelry page because I do sell jewelry as well. Um, but yeah, just Keisha Robinson with the glasses, and then if you go to my photos, I have an album called Mass Bonnets and More. That's what I call it, Mass Bonnets and More, because I'm looking at some things. Like I say, if somebody brings it to me and they want it, and it's something out there, I'm gonna try it. I'm just about done with this. I just have to wrap this, and I'm gonna post my cousin's pictures. She just sent them. I posted them like on my timeline, but she took this little sash, and the sash can come. The sash is just one big piece of fabric. So, and I don't attach them usually with the reversible ones. Now, if it has a satin liner, I will attach them. And when I do them for hospitals, I've done a couple for people in the medical field, and I go ahead and attach theirs. Um, I figure they have enough stuff to deal with. But there are many things that you can do with this wrap. It doesn't have to just be, one way or whatever. I think my cousin showed the wrap. She did hers in 6 different ways. Tacked this little thing on here, 6 different ways. So you can do different little stuff. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm trying to talk and do this.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I know. I mean, and it really is to me every time I do something, because I'm like, okay, this is not what I signed up for, but thank you, Lord, because it's fun. It gives me something to do. Sometimes I sit at this machine most of the day. You know, so this
So
is
price
what
it,
huh?
price
The
it.
So the bonnet wraps, I'll just say they start, if you want the bonnet, the mask, and the reversible, they start at 25. If you want the satin liner in there, those are $4 more. To get the satin on the inside. But so this is and
You
I
say
just
the
had it hang.
at 25.
They're 25. Uh-huh. And so they're reversible, and you get your bonnet that's on this side. You can also turn it on the brown side, same stash works, and you have your mask. So that that's another fun thing. And then I didn't get a chance last night because I was tired. But I'm going to add some things between today and tomorrow. Add some more to my because I'm gonna make me a hobo bag. I went and got me some African printed fabric yesterday, so I'm gonna get me a hobo bag that matches my bonnet, that matches
Oh,
my mask. And I've talked to my bestie, Titan Capri, and I'm gonna do a photo shoot. like in that or whatever. So, it's just some fun, just some fun things. Well, it's fun to me, but it's things that people, need because some people are still not going to the salons. They're not going to the beauty shops or whatever. And some people really don't fool with their hair. So it's like, what am I gonna do with my hair and still look like I'm, that I that just have a fashionable look. A wrap always works.
Yeah.
A wrap always works. Like I said, and Queenie, I watch her and some of hers, and she's done some some online showing how to style and these
Go ahead.
infinity wraps. Let me tell you, I've been working them out. I have been, because sometimes I don't want to get up and deal with this,
Huh.
you know. So yeah. So that's
Girl,
kind of what I've been up to.
this is so exciting just to know the things that God is pulling out of us during this
Yeah,
uh, new normal. uh,
exactly.
Definitely, again, want to take the time. I already put in the comment uh, about your page, the bonnet, what price they start at, so people can kind of find you. And y'all
Okay.
remember Keisha Robertson with the glasses, okay?
Right, with the
That,
glasses on. Both of them I have braided. So yeah, the one with the glasses, the funky little glasses. That's the page, whatever. If you click on the other one, it's a bunch of jewelry over there. You can linger around over there too, and let me know about that as well. But for my bonnets, it's my main page, the
yeah,
page with my glasses on, and you can just take a look in there. And I'm always posting stuff. I have fabric now that I haven't even put together. I mean, I have sports teams, Rockets, Astros. I have Kansas City. You just have to ask, do I have it? Because I have quite a few. Even some collegiate teams that are not HBCUs. You cannot find HBCU fabric. Maybe I'll have to go to the TSU bookstore, to see if they have it over there. But you don't find HBCU um, fabric.
yeah.
So, but I have, A&M. I have Baylor. I have LSU. Those kind of schools like that. So, just let me know. Even your children, like I said, I have children's math, and in any math you see, I can make it a child's math if there's something that you're interested
Okay. All right. All right. So, very, very exciting. Very exciting. I love when we do the shows about what the hosts are doing. And we want to give a shout out to Rita. Rita had to run some errands and do some things, and we just want to let her know, hey, Rita, we love you, girl.
in.
Hope
We
that
do.
you can send us a message, a smoke signal, a wave, something. You just let us know that you saw some of it. And before we let Miss Keisha go, again, you do. What is it called? You say the album is called
It's called Mass Bonnets and More.
Mass Bonnet and More.
Mass Bonnets and More. You can click on there, and you'll have all of the some samples. Because my mom was rocking one of my bonnet wraps the other day. You know, I said, let me fix you up, girl.
Yes,
I
I
went and a lot of things I have pre-made, whatever, because sometimes people want things. Now I really don't have the bonnet wrap that you just saw. That one is pre-made and ready. That's not one of my personal ones, but I've done them in camouflage, and they're on there. I have a couple of different color camouflages. Um, just some stuff you have to see, but I can make those the bonnet wraps, except for the one that I just did and the one that I'm going to do today. But that's good. That one's going to be for me to rock. But I have more fabric, so I can make them. But yeah, just let me know, and it just take
okay.
about a day and a half usually.
We
Huh?
got 10 minutes left. I see my favorite girl's artwork in the background. So I want to do a shameless plug for her.
Yes. So my daughter is 16, and she loves to paint. So yes, this is one of her I don't know if you can. I'm not good with this angling thing, but I said I was gonna make her an album as well, but she paints. That's one of her paintings in the background. Any color, size. It doesn't matter. She sold a few of them. My friend Glide Callahan and I have them ready to deliver. Sochi Love Jones bought one. Um, my daughter, my son. I keep saying my daughter. My son has a whole art gallery, so he's always buying them. And she was like, "Uncle Baby buys all of my pictures. He don't get a chance. He don't let anybody else get a chance to get some." And I'm like, "Well, if he like them, why do you care who buy them? I just want to know somebody else likes them." So I put it out there. So my friend Glide just had her kitchen. She did some changes in her kitchen, and she said, "I want Jessica to do me a painting." So Jessica's doing a painting, and I'm going over to visit one of my friends today, and they're getting ready to open clubs and stuff back up. She and her husband has a club, and so she's going to do them a glow in the dark with the glow in the dark paint to
Yeah.
go inside of their club. So yeah,
Oh, look
it's
at
a lot of fun. She draws and paints. Yeah,
that's what I'm
so
talking
I know, really good kid. Whatever
about.
it keeps her busy. And I'm like, if all I have to do is make sure that she have canvases and a little paint to throw around, and she throws it around too. So that's one thing I'm trying to figure out a way to keep paint off the concrete outside, keep paint off my car.
Yeah, baby, you better go and get you some of that plastic. You know
The line,
you gotta get that roll of plastic.
I say, I buy the shower curtains from the dollar store
And that'll
and
work
have
too.
them out there. Cause it's cheaper. And I'm gonna have to figure it out though, so we can just keep it neat. But I think that's her little escape. She likes to paint. So, and you know what?
Oh,
I'll build her a gallery as well on my page or whatever. And I haven't done it yet, but I'll just name it Jessica's Gallery, Art Gallery, or something like that, and let her put some stuff in there.
all right. Well, what a rich talk with you about the things that are going on around you. Such a creative atmosphere, which I think is perfect for such a young mind to be in an atmosphere where you allow her to grow. You allow it to just do what it needs to do. Okay.
Right. And you have to, and I encourage parents, if you see, I mean, I've always had, I don't even and she don't even realize how big of a deal it is or how special it really is, because it's things that she's always done, but I just believe that children are going to find things to do. Okay, so
That's
it can be something that they're doing that's positive, that they like to do, that you can foster and encourage, or you can let them figure out and come up with a bunch of foolishness,
yeah,
because that's gonna happen, whether it's foolishness or constructive, things that they're doing. They're gonna do something. So yeah, when she was a little bitty thing twirling around, she started ballet at 15 months old. And I took her to ballet, and she's taken dance classes for most of her life. She liked cheering.
yeah.
She was a little Chili the mascot for Jones from when she was 3, probably till she was about in the 4th grade. Then she started cheering for her elementary school. So, it's just things or whatever that, just encourage them to do. They need to be doing something. It's
That's
going to
right.
cost you a little money, but you're going to spend it anyway, whether you spend it on something constructive, or you spend it on that attorney
Hey,
in a commissary. I'm just, I'm just saying.
all right, y'all.
Just saying.
It's been wonderful. Y'all know we can talk forever, but we want to go ahead and sign off. We have reached the end of our show.
Oh.
It has been wonderful. So let's start with Tammy Lily. Go ahead and sign off for us today.
All righty. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're coming back and listen to the replay, please make sure you go and like our page, Sisters United Talk Show. We're here every single Wednesday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. We would love to see you here. We would love to have you watch it in and just chiming into these different subjects, these different matters that are affecting us, affecting our community. As always, I love talking about my book. While your refund is so long, make sure you get to my book. Make sure you get to my website to pre-order my book today. It's at www.tammy, Tamie, MLILLY.com. Make sure you get that book as a special gift. There's a special thing just for business owners. It helps you save money and it's a tax write-off. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Keisha, for sharing your world with us. You know, I was truly touched, and I always like hearing about what people are doing in their business endeavors. And
Thank
I wish you the
you.
best, sister.
All right,
Thank
Keisha.
you so much for watching, y'all.
Okay, I just want to thank y'all for showing up again. The comments and everything like that. If they haven't been answered, they will be, just after the show. Show up again. Show up next week and the week after. We'll be here. So until next week, signing off.
All right, and this is Queenie. Final note: your claim to fame is staying in your lane. We'll talk to you later.
All right, and I gotta get that
Oh,
Rita
ladies, do
number
we have a
too.
raffle today? Wait a minute. Do we have a raffle today?
Raffle, raffle.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give away two masks of my choosing to somebody that can tell me I don't know, y'all come up with a question. You can tell me.
Let's talk about your beginning. Your beginning. What brought you to where you're at
Ain't no
as
digging. I
seamstress?
like
And
that.
I don't want to
Okay,
too much speak too much into
okay,
existence.
okay.
But tell us about what brought Miss Keisha to where she was at, and she is going to raffle off
Two masks.
masks,
I'm
right?
gonna send two
Some
masks
masks
to the
about
first person
to
that can tell me um where I started with this whole sewing thing. Yes.
Where you
I
were
didn't
at?
name the school.
awesome.
Um, what was the question, Queenie?
What brought Keisha to where she is at with her sewing, right?
Yes. And what grade was I in?
Two part.
Yeah, because that'll be. And what was the name of the fabric store? That's three.
G.
Do those three, and I'll send you two masks.
What fabric store? What fabric store did? The question's up. When
Okay.
did fast put?
All right.
Oh, okay. And so it's two.
All right.
All right.
All
That's
right,
it.
so she gets two masks. Okay, so all right, ladies, we're waiting on you, and we will announce the winner of the beautiful mask that she's going to choose for whoever.
Did we have a winner from last week?
Huh?
Did we have a winner from last week? No, nobody. Okay, nobody
No,
else. Okay,
no, we didn't
y'all, we
have
need
one
some
for last.
participation. We trying to give some stuff away.
Yeah.
I mean, we just giving it away. Giving it
Yes,
away.
ma'am.
What's going
Giving
on?
it away. Okay.
What's going on?
All right.
All right. Well, peace. Again, your claim to fame is to stay in your own lane. That's the thought, the closing remark for today. Y'all
All
have
right.
a good day.
All right. Awesome.
Peace.